That green thing is catalog management software for music publishers. This is the 9th episode of video tutorials. In this episode, we talk about support for international registrations. Actually, on this channel we have a whole series about international registrations. I'll link it at the end of this video, if you want to learn specifics about various countries. In this episode, we'll discuss registering with CMOs in multiple countries at the same time. We have covered most of this already. The purpose of this video is to give an overview from a different perspective. We'll start from a screenshot from the video shown here. We can see that aspiring avians are registering as sub-publisher for themselves, because of CWR2 limitations. In reality, they are just affiliated with different societies for different territories. This does not work everywhere. Some societies insist on a separate entity and worldwide affiliation. However, their number is shrinking. In that case, you need a separate entity, with a different IPI number. But, that green thing is smart, and will treat all your entities as one company when appropriate. Real sub-publishing looks different. Here the avians are the sub-publisher for the US. In CWR 2.1, there are no lines for collectible shares under the original publisher, or the administrator if there is one. Below is the same registration in CWR 2.2, with opt lines, which means that this data is given as non-authoritative. Sorry for the lengthy introduction, but let's get practical now. First, let's start with original publishers in the United States. There are multiple performance rights organizations in the US and there are special rules. We covered this in the aforementioned Registering Internationally series. In this case, we have two writers, the first one is in BMI, and so is their original publisher, the other writer is in ASCAP. And so are the original publisher and the administrator. In CWR file, we can see two original publishers, and one administrator as well as two writers. I'll not explain CWR here. You can either trust me, or watch the CWR series that will also be linked at the end of the video. Okay, let's presume we want to register directly with other societies as well. We have several options here. The simplest is to become an affiliate with one of these entities, and for this we'll use avians. We open our ASCAP affiliated publisher. And then we click on Add Territorial Affiliation, and enter the territory and performance and mechanical organizations. Here is the example for South Africa. This is enough, because societies down there don't require agreement numbers, but for societies that do, we have to add a sub-publisher. Note that we added one line in territorial affiliations, as well as one line in sub-publishers section. In the latter, we have entered the agreement number. After we do the same for the BMI affiliated publisher, and create a CWR file, we get this. I have stepped out because I need you to see the red society assigned agreement numbers on the right-hand side. They only exist in lines where your fake sub-publisher is affiliated with PRS and MCPS. It may seem curious to US publishers that an ASCAP affiliate can be a sub-publisher for a BMI affiliated entity, but remember, this refers to the British Isles, not the US. For the US, nothing changes, everything is still collected the same way it was before we added affiliations and fake sub-publishing. This file can then be sent to any of societies any of your entities are affiliated with, in this case ASCAP and BMI, who use Administrative Agency Music Mark, HFA and MLC, SAMRO, CAPASO, as well as PRS MCPS through their Administrative Agency ICE services. I know that this seems extremely complicated. It is. This is why, when selecting the appropriate solution for international registrations, support is the most important thing. The changes we did to publishers in this video are usually done during the initial phase either by us, or by the client with us guiding them. That is the only way something as complex as this can be done properly. This is also the main reason why it would make no sense to include this functionality in the free version. Yes, there is a free version for small single-entity single-affiliation publishers, and here is a series about it. Above is the whole series about that green thing, including all videos, not just tutorials. And over here are the two aforementioned series, international registrations and CWR. Please share our content with music industry pros. Subscribe, like and keep watching.